What's going on, everybody? My name is Justin and welcome to part 2. Today we're going to be talking about embracing your work and not bashing yourself even when those times get pretty rough. So let's get into it.
My name is White. You can call me White. I'd like your money.
What is going on, guys? I am back again with another video, and this is a topic that's been on my mind. This is part 1 of a 2-part series that I'm doing of these two characters, Black and White. Some of you may know, some of you may not. These two characters are from a movie called Tekon Kincrete, which means hardened concrete, I believe. And it is a very good film. If you guys care to go purchase that and give that a watch, you won't be disappointed at all. Today I wanted to talk about how people bash themselves for not being good enough, and I've seen this in the community of artists that I'm around, and I've seen this in the community of people who even play sports in different facets, and a lot of people find themselves being their worst critics about what they do. And I'm starting to learn as an artist, it's not really about how good you do something, it's about how much fun you're having while doing it. At least that's what I take home every time that I try something creative or try something new. I'm not always going to be the best at it, because there's always going to be somebody out there that's better than me, and that's in the back of my mind, and I try to keep that in the back of my mind when I go to that dark place and try to bash my artwork, because I'm looking through Instagram and seeing all these amazing artists. And honestly, something that could help you is just try to get in contact with those artists. I've done it multiple times. Sometimes they'll hit you back and sometimes they won't. But that doesn't mean that you stop trying. That doesn't mean that you stop asking questions, stop asking yourself questions. It doesn't mean that you stop growing as an artist because you feel that you'll never get to where they are. And the truth about that is you're never going to get where they are because you're on your own journey. You should be trying to explore the depths of your style, of what interests you, because trying to get where somebody else is, like telling yourself, oh, I wish I can get to their level, doesn't really make too much sense, because you're not them. You're not thinking like them. You're not approaching the artwork like them. You're approaching it like you, and you should take pride in the fact that you are trying to better yourself, not better yourself as another person. And I feel that you can admire someone's art. You can take certain aspects from their art and say, oh man, I like the way that they draw that foot right there. Like, if you give yourself time and you start to step back and look at your art, I feel that you'll appreciate it more, because I'm starting to appreciate my art form way more, because I'm seeing that there are people out there that do like my art. And I never really thought that there would be. I have 32 followers, and that, to be honest, that means the world to me, because some of those followers are fellow artists that I do look up to. That makes me happy. It makes me really happy that another artist would take their time to watch one of my videos, or even watch 2 to 3 minutes of my videos. That makes me overjoyed, and I feel that bashing yourself is not going to give you the motivation to be a better you, be a better artist. And I feel that that's a heavy topic that a lot of people struggle with, whether it be art, whether it be any type of form that someone cares genuinely about. Even throughout this process, I try to understand, what can I do different that will teach me something throughout this drawing? And there are a lot of things that I try differently. Usually I do close-up poses with quarter turns, and there is a quarter turn in there, but for the most part I don't really focus on perspective. This drawing in particular was pretty hard for me because it was in a pose that I didn't know how to do. I didn't know how to put someone else on someone else's shoulders and make it look like they're jumping through the sky. I didn't know how to do that. So I looked up a lot of reference, and I looked up a lot of things that I felt could help me. I didn't even know how to draw clouds, to be honest. So I just looked up some anime clouds from different movies and stuff like that I admired, and I just took that and I gave it my own little style and little flair, because I knew that when I went into the painting process, they would look slightly different than they're looking right now. And just little things like that was teaching me new things. Like, okay, clouds have light coming from the bottom and dark on the top, because the sun is either setting or it's rising. So depending on where the sun is, it helps me understand the angles of where the light's gonna come from, where the light's gonna hit the characters, where the light's gonna hit the clouds, where the light is gonna come from. And it gave me a whole new perspective on how to do just that, and I didn't really know how. So the more I went into this painting, the more I understood I don't know what I'm doing. So it isn't like I'm drawing blind, but I am drawing with a sense of understanding new aspects of what I don't do. It's like an artist told me, get to know what's make the unfamiliar familiar and make the familiar unfamiliar, because you already know it. And you don't need to focus on that. What you need to focus on is the unfamiliar. And that's what that artist told me. And hopefully that type of, that bit of information helps you out. And I feel like it's just one of those things that us artists do. We are very hard on ourselves, and there's no point to be hard on yourself and to push yourself to the brink of either giving up or not giving it your all, because you feel like you're not gonna make it somewhere. And for this video, I just wanted to do the flats. I just wanted to show the process of the line works. First, I figured out the form, then I figured out the line works. The line works is what I enjoy so much. I enjoy doing the line work more than I enjoy coloring. Coloring is like a close second to me. But the line work, I so enjoy doing the line work. Because it sets it up for the coloring, and ultimately when the coloring happens, I just zone out and I have a good old time, because I know that everything is locked in and I know that everything is going to work. It's always good to have like a plan before you even start out. Like, I always do a couple of thumbnails of like very small poses, because drawing big, I don't know, like something happens in your brain when you try to like get it big. You get caught up in like detailing it for some odd reason. But when you do it really, really small, that's when you can like really see the overall pose that you're trying to go for, and you're not too worried about, okay, does that look correct or does that look right? And as you expand the drawing and make it a little bigger, and that's the great thing about digital painting, is you can make it bigger, and once it's bigger, you start to see different things inside that pose that might not work as well as it did when it was smaller. And that was like a little technique I started noticing that a lot of other artists were doing. They were taking something, doing like little thumbnails of it, and then when they liked a thumbnail, they made it bigger, and then they started adding details to that thumbnail. I know a couple of animators. I don't know them personally, but I know that they'll draw something like 3 or 4 times to get their final lines. I usually just do it twice. I'll do the sketch, work that out, it'll be like a big mess, and then I'll fade it down, I'll take the opacity down, and I'll just do the final lines over it. With this piece in particular, it was me taking a sketch that I did, taking a picture of it with my phone, importing it into my computer, then taking the opacity down and drawing over it, as you guys saw at the beginning. And it's just always good to plan. Never just go in cold turkey and try to figure something out. Sometimes it does work, but I don't recommend it because it doesn't work all the time. When you plan something out, it usually works, but then there's some pieces that don't come out, and I think that's like the start of when those thoughts start to seep in, and you're like, oh my god, I think I suck, you know. And I feel like even in that process, nobody has to see it. Nobody's going to see it. So don't worry too much, because only you know. It's like your own personal sketchbook. Only you know the mistakes you're making until you make it public. And when you make it public, usually around that time, it's something that you enjoy and something that you like. So don't be too hard on yourself. Don't be too upset with yourself. Just try to enjoy yourself and try to enjoy your work and enjoy your artwork, and I promise you, as you grow and as you make those leagues in your artwork, you will start to enjoy your work, and you will start to enjoy what you are doing and what you're planning, and all your plans will come out the way you want them. You'll never get art block. Art block is just, that's a whole nother topic, but you'll rarely get that to where you're like, I don't know what to draw. But in this case, draw what you like. Draw what you love. This has been Black and White from Tech on Concrete. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you guys enjoy the content on my channel, feel free to subscribe, like, and comment below. I will always comment back to you guys. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later.
So you're bad guys, are you?
We're the Dusk and Dawn brothers. We rule Utaka City. So give us a call if you need a hand.
Meow, meow, meow.
Huh?
Meow!
He's a cat! He's one of them! He's a cat!
Huh?
Hoo-wee, what a cliffhanger. Oh boy, oh my. That's a real crazy ending, huh?